We've got the new Honda Civic and the Hyundai Elantra, and they're battling it out in our comparison today.
So I'll translate for Americans, Elantra and the Civic. Let's get into it.
The Hyundai Elantra won the 2021 North American Car of the Year award. The Civic, on the other hand, has been the best-selling passenger car in Canada for 23 years straight, in the top 3 in the U.S. for 48 years. The Honda Civic has 2 engines. The base engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder matched with a CVT, 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. There is also a 1.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder with 180 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque. It's front-wheel drive only. We're still waiting for information on the SI and the Type R hatchback.
The Hyundai Elantra has a base 2-liter 4-cylinder Atkinson cycle engine matched with a CVT, 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. There is a 6-speed manual transmission available on the base model in Canada only. The Elantra N-Line comes with a 1.6-liter turbo 4-cylinder with a 7-speed automatic transmission, 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. There's also a hybrid powertrain available, and the Elantra N for driving enthusiasts with 276 horsepower. All Elantra are front-wheel drive only.
The Elantra offers a comfortable, smooth, and quiet ride. It has an excellent turning radius and offers plenty of power in the city. The N-Line has a more engaging and dynamic drive with the 1.6-liter turbo engine. If you're interested in something sportier, the N-Line is definitely the one for you.
The Honda Civic really is a nice surprise. It is slightly larger than the outgoing model. The wheelbase is 35 millimeters longer, and the rear track, meaning the wheels side to side, are slightly wider. The most noticeable change for driving dynamics is the quietness of the cabin over the outgoing model. It's agile, quick, and dynamic whether you're in the city or driving on the highway. Now, one big differentiator between these two cars is the Civic has independent rear suspension, and the Elantra does not. It has what's called a torsion beam design. However, we did find that the Hyundai was really quite nice to drive. I would still always gravitate towards independent rear suspension, though.
Sure. I did find the power in the Elantra to be very good. I didn't have any problems with it when I was in the city or getting up to highway speed, but I do enjoy the 1.5 turbo engine in the Civic. It's really fun and dynamic. The Elantra in intense blue has a sleeker and sharper looking exterior than the previous model with a diamond patterned grille. It comes standard with body colored door handles and bumpers, 15-inch wheels, and a spare tire. One up from the base model, the preferred trim comes standard with 16-inch wheels, keyless entry with push-button start, a hands-free trunk with automatic opening, and plenty of active safety features. 17 and 18-inch wheels are standard on the higher trims. A sunroof is available on this trim if you add the Sun and Tech package for $1,500 Canadian.
The new Honda Civic we had came in Sonic Gray Pearl, and it features a larger front grille and bold LED headlamps. Gone are the sharp angular exterior features. They lent them to Hyundai. It now offers a simplified, clean, and elegant design. The slimmer taillights and softer lines give the rear a sophisticated look. Some even think it looks like an Audi or maybe even a Jetta. The Civic body structure is the most rigid in Civic history. The stiffer structure gives the Civic improved ride handling and improves the noise. The Civic comes standard with 16-inch wheels. 18-inch wheels are available on the top trims. To get a power moonroof, you have to move up to the EX trim, one up from the base model. The Civic comes with many standard safety features, just like the Elantra.
Okay, that was funny. I mean, lent it to Hyundai.
They just took it. Well, it's quite interesting because the previous Civic, by the way, we own that model, a 17 model, sharp and angular. And now they've gone to this sleek and sophisticated look, just as Hyundai has gone even more sharp and angular. I kind of think the Elantra is a bit too busy for my taste.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I like the Civic better.
I like a simple and modern exterior, just like the Civic. So for me, I'm thrilled that Honda went in this direction. I'm not a huge fan of the previous model, even though we own one. But at the same time, I think that the Elantra offers a very unique look. And I think in a crowded segment, lots of sedans available.
And a shrinking segment. The market's getting smaller, right?
Yeah, it's a real standout on the road. Whether you like that look or not, it's certainly a personal choice.
So we do this comparison each week on YouTube. It also happens the day before on Instagram. Andrea puts out pictures, asks for your thoughts, we get feedback, and then we read them out.
This is a tough one. The Civic is so much fun to drive, but the new Elantra looks and feels a class above.
I've now been up close and seen in person both. Civic is the definite pick. Too much angular lines on the Elantra, making it hard to look at and even understand.
I currently have a 2013 Elantra. It's been amazing, so much so that I may keep it until it croaks. Loving the new Elantra too, really like that they kept the shifter.
Hands down Civic, on design only. I feel like Elantra is trying too hard. Way too many body lines. Civic exterior design will age well.
We did a quick Instagram poll and overwhelmingly the results are in favor of the Civic. The Honda Civic has a simple and uncluttered interior design focusing on high-quality materials, especially on touch points. Materials were also chosen for practicality, including the center console, designed to hide smudges and fingerprints. The striking honeycomb mesh accent stretches across the dash from door to door, hiding the air vents and creating an uncluttered design.
On the tech side, the Civic comes standard with a 7-inch touchscreen, a 7-inch driver information display, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and heated front seats. One up from the base model is the EX trim, and it's the base value trim for an extra $2,300 Canadian compared to the base model. You get features like a heated steering wheel and dual zone climate control.
The top touring trim we're test driving has a lot of extra features, including a 12-speaker Bose Sound system, leather trim seating surfaces, a 9-inch color touchscreen, 10.2-inch digital driver display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, driver and passenger power seats, and heated rear seats.
Hyundai did a really nice job with its interior. It's a step forward over the previous model with 2 inches more legroom. It comes standard with similar features to the Civic, except you get standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also get an 8-inch touchscreen, which is 1 inch larger than the Civic, but you get a smaller instrument cluster. That's 4.2 inches compared to 7 inches on the Honda. Our pick for the best value trim is the Preferred trim, which is one up from the base model with an automatic transmission. It's $2,100 more. It comes standard with a heated steering wheel, premium cloth seats, and a hands-free smart trunk.
The top trim of the Elantra is where you'll find the extra features like a wireless charger, a sunroof, leather seating surfaces, heated rear seats, and a Bose sound system with 8 speakers. The Civic gets 12 instead of 8. You have to add the tech package in Canada for $2,700 if you want the bigger 10.25-inch touchscreen and 10.25-inch digital driver display, as well as power driver's seat. There is no power passenger seat available on any trims.
Couple of things about the Elantra. I really like the use of cloth on the doors, the backs of the front seats. It was a nice feeling material that looked like it was going to wear well. Also, you got the aluminum speaker grills. I thought that looked really good. Yeah. But then there's the big eye looking at you, the circle to the left of the instrument cluster that we couldn't figure out what it did.
Yeah, on this model, it does absolutely nothing. It's just a round symbol and it's kind of weird. I think it would have been better if they just left it black, but it's used for the Elantra N-Line for drive modes. So I get it. I get why it's there. Could incorporate it better or do something different for this model.
The thing with painting it and leaving it on there, it draws attention. Like the first thing you do when you get in the car is, what the hell is that for? Yeah. It does nothing. It's weird. And then you get into, you got to go top banana to get the big screens, right?
Yeah. Well, one thing I like about the Elantra is the 10.25-inch touchscreen. I prefer it much more than the 8-inch. It's intuitive to use. One problem with it is it's no longer wireless for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on it. It is available on the 8-inch. So if
Wait. So if you get the base model, you get the wireless.
Yeah.
But if you spend the extra, it's a package on top of the top trim, they take that out.
They take it out. There's an issue. There's some sort of a software issue. Or there's something up with Google. We're not sure what it is. And we're actually not sure if you do get the 10.25-inch screen, if you can get the upgrade later on. So you might be without wireless Apple CarPlay. When it comes to the Civic on the 9-inch screen, you get the bigger screen, you get the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but it doesn't come standard with that on the Civic. The Elantra is over 1/2 inch longer than the Civic. They are equal in front row legroom, but the Elantra offers a little more second row legroom by 1/2 inch. The Civic wins in cargo capacity with 0.6 cubic feet more space.
Here are the vital stats. We'll start with the Elantra and we'll start with the price. The essential base model is just under $18,000 in Canada. If you get it with an automatic, it's just under $20,000. To get the N-Line, the top trim is $27,500. However, to get the big screen, as we mentioned, you have to get a package on top of that. That brings the price to just over $28,000. JD Power gives the Elantra an overall score of 83 out of 100 and quality and reliability score of 87 out of 100. CarEdge states that the Elantra will retain 55% of its value after 5 years.
Here's the fuel economy. The 2-liter 4-cylinder engine gets 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 5.7 on the highway. That's 31 miles per gallon city, 41 miles per gallon highway. The 1.6-liter turbo gets 8.4 liters per 100 kilometers city, 6.6 on the highway. That's 28 miles per gallon city, 36 miles per gallon highway. Hyundai has a warranty of 5 years or 100,000 kilometers, 60,000 miles.
Here's the pricing for the Civic. They don't have an inexpensive base model. They start at LX and it's $24,500 automatic only. The top touring trim that we drove is just over $30,000. JD Power gives the Honda Civic an overall score of 80 out of 100 and a quality and reliability score of 76 out of 100. Where it really shines is resale value. CarEdge states the Civic will retain 63% of its value after 5 years.
Here's the fuel economy. The 2-liter 4-cylinder engine gets 7.7 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6 on the highway. That's 31 miles per gallon city, 40 miles per gallon highway. The 1.5-liter turbo engine gets 7.6 liters per 100 kilometers city and 6.1 on the highway. That's 31 miles per gallon city, 38 miles per gallon highway. Honda offers a warranty of 3 years or 60,000 kilometers, 36,000 miles.
So I'm not sure if you caught that in our pricing, but I think this is one of the main reasons why the Elantra is going to do well. It starts at 18 grand. The Civic starts at 25 grand. That's a huge difference. No manual transmission offered in the Civic. That's a very small market, but still it's available at Hyundai.
I know this Elantra is priced so well. If you're on a tight budget, this one may be the one for you. Whether you like the sharp and angular lines of the Elantra or the modern look of this new Civic, well, that's up to you. You've got to type in below and let us know which one you prefer. For me personally, I love the exterior styling of this new Civic, but I do like the tech in the Elantra. That 10.25-inch touchscreen is a real winner in my books.
I think that it's really disappointing that Honda has abandoned the entry-level market. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. They used to have a $18,000, $19,000 car, and they've just ditched it. You know what? We have to wait until we get our hands on a manual transmission, which will be available in the hatchback.
Yeah.
And then you've got the SI model, which isn't out yet. Can't wait to see what they do with that. So Honda's just at the beginning of this stage. I think this new car is very, very good. In fact, if it had come out last year, I think it might have won North American Car of the Year.
Absolutely. I would agree with you, Zach. This is a big change for Honda. I think it's a great change. They took a chance on this new styling, and I think that they nailed it.
They just need to come with a cheaper, because this is a very price-sensitive end of the market. People buy compact cars because they're inexpensive. This one isn't.
We've got long, full videos on both of these vehicles, so click the link below and get watching.
Also, you'll notice a link in there for Instagram for Andrea and myself. Andrea's is Motormouth_Andrea if you want to get comments in for the next one. So make sure you subscribe there as well. And also the big red button and the bell, you need to do that because you're only going to find out of them if you do that, right?
Yeah, we do a comparison every Tuesday on the Motormouth YouTube channel. So hit subscribe, click the bell, and we'll see you next week.